So you've forgiven everyone else, but have you forgiven yourself? As a high achiever, you walk around here with these impossible standards and then move from your day to day with the weight of unmet expectations. Today, I want to talk to you about self-forgiveness, why it's important, why it's hard to do, and we're even going to talk about some ways that you can start doing it, because when you leave this video, I want you to begin implementing. I don't want you to just sit and process. You do that very well. I know you do that very well. I want you to start taking action. Now, first, let's talk about why self-forgiveness is so hard for Black women. We are perfectionists. And we carry this strong Black woman cape sometimes to the detriment of ourselves. And we walk around thinking that we are not allowed to fail. There are lots of messages out here that say we are not allowed to fail. History says that if we fail, that is dangerous for our livelihood and for our families. There's this fear that forgiving yourself means that you're lowering your standards. And then you end up holding on to the past decisions that seemed wrong at the time, despite the fact that you only knew what you knew at that moment. And without that situation, you weren't going to grow. You sit and think about the times that you said yes when you meant to say no. It's fine. We've all done it. You live and you learn. The relationships that we've stayed into for too long, like, man, I wish I could have gotten that time back. The career path that you should have chosen. Maybe instead of going into this degree, I should have did this degree, or I should have never gone to school at all. Now I got all this money I got to pay. Or what about the moments where you weren't the perfect daughter or the perfect partner or the perfect friend or parent? You sit and you hold on to these things and you wear your scarlet letter like a badge, and then you beat yourself up about it. Now let's look through the veil of what it's costing you for not forgiving yourself. You walk around here with chronic guilt and shame. You interact with people based off of the pain that you have from a decision you made way back when, which leads to you being easy to take advantage of. You're constantly stuck in survival mode. Like, you cannot live, you cannot thrive, because you're constantly beating yourself up for something that you did. You're unable to move forward or make new choices. And you're physically tired, tension, exhaustion. You grind your teeth. Your blood pressure is high because you keep carrying around your baggage, your garbage. I mean, because that's what it is. It's garbage. Like, you can't do anything with it. It's happened. It's done. I need you to understand what self-forgiveness actually means. It doesn't excuse what you did. It doesn't excuse your behavior. It doesn't excuse how you showed up in whatever situation it is that you did that. But it's about releasing the punishment. You have been punished long enough. It's understanding that you made the best choice that you could with what you knew in that moment. And it's recognizing these inherited patterns that you continue to follow. It's all about learning. I did what I did. I said what I said. I stayed in that relationship. But now I've learned so much. Like, when I look at that situation, I don't sit and beat myself up about it, because I did the best I could with the information I had. But I look at all the ways that I want to be better now, and how I'll make a mistake again, but I won't make that mistake again because I've learned, I've done the work, and I've reflected. Now, here's an exercise that I want you to schedule some time, some intentional time by yourself to do, so that you can begin having these practical steps to self-forgiveness. Write a letter to your younger self. I know you're probably thinking, man, everybody always recommend writing these letters. The writing is good for you. It's very therapeutic to get things out of your mind and get it out on paper. So you want to write a letter to your younger self. Name what you're forgiving yourself for. Be very specific. Identify what you've learned from the experience and practice the phrase, I forgive myself for not knowing then what I know now. And then I want you to create a self-compassion mantra. And it could just be, I did the best I could. And every time you feel that guilt, every time you feel that pain, every time you feel like you need to punish yourself, you have your letter and you also have your mantra. I did the best I could with what I knew. Now, it may take a while for you to get to a place where you're like, I feel a little bit better. This becomes a little bit easier. But just because it's a little difficult in the beginning of retraining your brain doesn't mean you stop. Because here's the bigger picture. I want you to see the bigger picture of what we're doing. This self-forgiveness that you are providing for yourself is generational healing. You are breaking the cycle of perfectionism for the next generation because you are being watched. Whether you like it or not, you are being watched. You also cannot thrive when you are constantly punishing yourself and putting yourself in survival mode. It's not possible. How is it you're going to go out here and live a life full of pleasure and self-care and rest and be there for the ones that you love with a full cup when you can't let go of the things that don't serve you right now, the thoughts, and you keep ruminating over and over and over again. This is what I should have did. Oh, if I could, you know how you do. We go and we play all of these different scenarios in our head about what we should have said or how we should have showed up or what we should have done. It's over. It's over and it's done with. And we cannot go change the past. But what we can do is we can take the necessary steps and make the necessary decisions to have a better present, which could lead to a better future. And if you feel like this is just too hard for you to do, and it's like, Natasha, I cannot move from point A to point B when it comes to forgiving myself, then therapy can help. Sometimes we need a little kick. We need a little push. We need a safe haven for someone to kind of help us talk through where we feel like there is a wall. And right now at Javery Integrative Wellness Services, we are very much taking new clients if you are in the state of Georgia. So you can go over to javerywellness.com/get-started and fill out your intake form, and we will make sure to get you connected to the best therapist for you. Now, if this video was helpful for you and you feel like you got some nuggets and you have some implementation plan for self-forgiveness, please make sure that you like and subscribe and let me know in the comments, because I love when you talk back to me. Let me know what it is that you want to forgive yourself for, or let me know how you felt about the letter, or share what your mantra is, because I want to know. We want to support you over here. And if there's anything else that you have questions about that you would love for us to give information on, again, drop it in the comments. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you in the next video.